Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another edition of Pride Lives On. Today we have with us Sushant Divgikar aka Rani Ko-He-Nur, an actor, singer, model, columnist, psychologist and perfect example of someone who says that you can do anything you want and you can be anyone you want. And just very honored to share the same space with you on camera.
Thank
and
you.
welcome to the show.
Thank you, and you're doing a fantastic high five. You must give. What is this?
Thank you.
You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you
Please
so
don't.
much.
He's very nervous. I don't know. Do I give you those vibes?
No, absolutely
So
not.
you should not be nervous. You're doing a great job,
Thank you.
and I can't wait to have this conversation with you.
So much. Thank you so much. So I've recently been, I've looked at your most recent work and I want to start off with that, which is Brazindia, the music video you did with Drag Queen,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, I absolutely loved it. Was it shot here? Was it?
It was shot in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, nice. That must have been fun.
It
Must
was.
have been fun.
Yes, the entire crew was so good looking. So we were always being distracted because Greg is single, I am single.
Right.
Most of the crew members were single,
Right.
and I don't know whether they wanted to mingle, but we were so. I have been singing for far too long.
Right.
So for me, I was getting my only lyrics wrong.
Oh, okay.
See, again, I was like, happened. So, but I think that when there are so many, good-looking people on set,
Right.
it becomes a little difficult to concentrate. I must be honest. But we were professionals. We finished shooting before time, and I think the reason behind finishing shooting before time was also because we wanted to go out on our dates, respective dates.
Fair enough.
So yeah, amazing experience by the way. And Greg is again as crazy as I am and as
Right.
fun as I am, and very talented, very talented. And so when we met on Queen of the Universe, we had promised each other that we will definitely, get this song out. Not this song out. We wanted to work together, but we didn't know how we'll make it happen because she's in Brazil, I'm in India, and so we realized that, okay, then let's call our song Brazindia. And
Yeah.
let's shoot it in a country where we both can kind of go to.
Right.
And it was amazing. It was an amazing experience.
So I mentioned so many different things that you do. Out of that, what brings you the most happiness?
I think for me, philanthropy and social work,
Right.
for me, I think that brings me happiness only because I can use what I have, and I keep reminding everybody and reiterating the fact that I'm not some billionaire. I just have, been working for a very long time, and I think that if through my work I can किसी और की अगर सहायता हो सकती है, मेरे कम्युनिटी की जो ट्रांसजेंडर हिजड़ा कम्युनिटी, जो सब कम्युनिटीज़ होती हैं ट्रांसजेंडर्स में, तो अगर थ्रू माई वर्क इफ़ आई कैन हेल्प देम, it brings me the best sort of feelings and happiness. Right. And I think that then I'm doing something right, because ये तो होता ही रहता है ना, stage performances, definitely, my acting, singing, modeling, all of those things I've been doing for a very long time.
Right.
But these things, I know that, a lot of people think that, no, you have to have पैसे होने चाहिए दूसरों की मदद करने के लिए, but I think that even if you have a good heart,
Right.
and
Right.
you can help the next person.
Right.
So I don't have the world's money. I'd like to have so that I can help more people, but with what I have also, I like the fact that I'm helping people, trans kids especially, who are between the ages of 16 to 25. I have paid for many of their courses and to try and educate them, and so a lot of them are going to become dentists, a lot of them are going to be doctors, lawyers, teachers. So I'm glad that if I have a little extra money and if I give it to them, they're going to turn back and help the society.
Right.
Your children that might be cisgendered, male, female, are going to be helped by transgender people. And I think that, so if you also believe like that and help trans people
Right.
and empower them, we don't want extra anything. We want equal rights. And I think that as a trans person, if I don't help my community, then तो ये मेरे को सबसे ज़्यादा खुशी इससे ही मिलती है.
Right. So, as you said, like monetary is definitely a helpful thing, but that's not the only way that you could help. Being a comforting presence is something that's important, and I guess
Absolutely.
I guess yes, being a comforting presence is one thing, but having the right tools to use in order to be able to comfort someone, which you got through psychology, Did that help you understand yourself better and make it easier on yourself to understand and accept who you are in a world where it's not very fairly accepted?
Actually, I wanted to become a psychologist. मैंने psychology इसलिए चुना as a क्या कहते हैं as a stream to study because I wanted to understand human behavior. क्योंकि हम देखते थे ना जब बचपन में जो movies में कैसे जो transgender किरदारों के साथ how people used to behave, they used to use it as caricatures, उनका मजाक उड़ाया जाता था. So my thing was that why are people behaving like this with a community which has been sidelined for so long?
Right.
You know, like to make fun of a community or to insult somebody who's anyway considered in society doesn't have as much opportunity as you.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to suppress or bully a community which has already been suppressed for so long? How does that make you? आप क्या महान हो गए हमारा मजाक उड़ा के? आपने क्या किया? You know, as a man or a woman, आपने क्या हासिल किया? And I think that a lot of people have, 99% of people might have indulged in making fun of trans people without even realizing that they're making fun of trans people, transgender people. So I think that now that, people have understood, अभी mental health की बात की जाती है, after you have seen people being bullied, whether it is in this industry or outside of it. Now when cases are coming out and you're seeing that what it does to your mental health, now you're talking about mental health. But you imagine a transgender person's mental health, उनके वो तो mental health के बारे में सोचते भी नहीं है because their basic rights have been taken away from them, and we are still making fun of them in our films. You know, and I think that we have to. So मेरे को ये समझा ही नहीं था, तो मुझे समझना था. So which is why I chose to study psychology, so that I could understand the psyche of people who bully others.
Right.
Because मुझे ये उनके लिए भी बुरा ही लगता है. You know, the bully, उनके लिए मुझे ज़्यादा बुरा लगता है कि आपका सेल्फ एस्टीम इतना लो है कि आपको किसी और को नीचा दिखा के you want to feel superior to them. तो मतलब आपका बहुत ट्रॉमा हुआ होगा आपकी लाइफ में कि आप ऐसे सोचते हैं कि दूसरों को दबोच के आप ऊपर चलोगे. सो आई तो फील बैड फॉर दोज पीपल एक्चुअली, क्योंकि हमें तो कोई तोड़ नहीं सकता. हमें आप अगर छक्का हिजड़ा बुलाएंगे तो हमको, अब व्हाट हैव यू सेड दैट वी डोंट नो व्हाट वी आर. वो एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हिजड़ा इज़ नॉट अ बैड वर्ड, इट इज़ अ कम्युनिटी. तो ये हमने गाली बनाई है हिजड़ा शब्द को. तो एंड ट्रांसजेंडर कितना, तो मैं मुड़ के तेरे को बोलूँ कि कैसा मर्द है, तू कितना मर्द है, तो तुमको लगेगा ही नहीं क्योंकि तुम हो.
To be honest, that will be more of an insult.
No, for me it's just like क्या बोल दिया तूने मेरे को हिजड़ा या ट्रांस बोल के, जो मेरे को पता नहीं है. तो तूने क्या मतलब महान कुछ आयुषम, तुम ज्ञानी हो क्या? तुमको दिखता नहीं है और कभी पहले देखा नहीं है क्या? It's like that. और अब जब हम ऐसे मुड़ के ऐसे तुमको जवाब देते हैं करारा, तुमको खौफ, तुमको मौत आती है. So then तो फिर तुम इज्जत से बात करो, पेश आओ इज्जत से, फिर हम भी इज्जत से पेश आएंगे.
Yeah, trans people have been a part of the Indian community since like the longest of time. And,
yes, it's the oldest transgender community. India को तो, भारत को तो प्राइड है हिजड़ों पे, transgender communities पे, because we, नहीं तो हम लोगों को क्यों बुलाते हैं आप to bless your children?
Absolutely.
अगर हमको वो powers नहीं होती और हमारी दुआएं भी लगती, हमारी हाई भी लगती, क्यों? Because you're closest to God. You know, and we had, वो ऐसे हमको पद दिया गया था, वो औहदा दिया गया था. आपने उधर से उठा के हमको रस्तों पे फेंका है. तो जब हम धंधा करते हैं या मेरी बहनें भीख मांगती हैं या धंधा करती हैं, क्योंकि उन लोगों को आपने ही निकाला है सोसाइटी से. उनको काम दो ना, वो दो हाथों से जो ताल ठोकते हैं उनसे वो काम करके तुमसे पैसे कमाएंगे ना. फिर why you don't think like that? So it's a matter of perspective. So you know, all of these things made me choose vocations, and I'm blessed क्योंकि मेरे माँ बाप ने मेरे को निकाला नहीं घर से. But lot of kids are asked to leave their houses, and therefore they have to indulge in you know, to कैसे पेट पालेंगे नहीं तो. What will they do? You know, आपको काम नहीं देना, उनको you know, शिक्षित नहीं करना आपको, ट्रांस कम्युनिटीज़ को, उनका मजाक उड़ाना है, उनका रेप करना है, उनको मोलेस्ट करना है, उनको ये सब करके फिर you expect them that they have to be on a level and be articulate to sit on this chair with you. How ridiculous is that? Na?
Absolutely.
So I think that which is why, and so then when I did gender studies, and then I studied the sensitivities and sensibilities of trans people and their struggles and their efforts to kind of even survive in this world, that's when I realized that it is actually not our fault. It is how we've been perceived. आप लोगों ने कौन से किस नज़रिए से हमें देखा है, वो बदलने की ज़रूरत है. हमको बदलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है.
Right, yeah. The whole systematic oppression that has been going on, that is pretty much caused this, because I know that I'm sitting in a car with, say, a friend or someone, like a family member, they'll, like, I've heard comments like, okay, why don't they just go and work?
Yeah, why don't you shut the fuck up?
Exactly,
also,
I mean,
and why don't you go and live their life for one day?
Exactly.
Live my life for one day,
exactly,
and show me.
Exactly, because they're not
the way you talk, the way these people talk, as if, because this privilege, it comes from privilege. The privilege of being born male and identifying male in this country, in a patriarchal country, for many, many years. You have the privilege to sit in that car also. Stand on the street and show me.
Right.
You need more balls to stand on the street and do what they're doing, even though they know they most probably are more talented than you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next time your friends tell you that, you just give me a call.
Yeah, definitely. No. I have given my peace of mind in that sense, obviously, because it's when you talk to them, it's not like, are you going to hire them? Are you going to hire them for your work?
You might not even be able to afford us now at this the pace at which you're going. Yeah. I just think that this whole, see, again, it comes from a hierarchy of gender.
Right.
Men think that they are at the top of this, first of all, and I think that this is a misconception that any gender should be put above the other. All of them have to be equal. That is when your narrative and your conversations will automatically change. तो तुमको तो ये सिखाया गया है ना कि मेरा राजा बेटा है, मेरा ये है, वो है. ये हमारे इंडियन माओं की भी गलती यही है ही. जितनी भी उम्र हो जाए लड़के की, वो बच्चा मेरा ये, मेरा राजा ये वो, अब तुम उनको इतना चढ़ाओगे तो उनको तो पर्सपेक्टिव है ही नहीं कि दूसरे जेंडर्स की इज्जत करो. तो पहले अपने बच्चों को सिखाओ.
Right. Now, being in, like, you did so many different things that we spoke about, so you'll have
क्या so many different things? तू करना थोड़ी तारीफ कर.
हाँ, तो तारीफ ही कर रहा हूँ. मतलब एक्टिंग
so many different, हाँ बोलो.
रियलिटी शो पे गए हो, you've been a singer, and you've been a public speaker as well.
बस अभी थोड़ा मेरे को ज़्यादा शर्माने को ना, फिर वो मेकअप क्रैक होगा बस. हाँ, और फिर second part of the question.
मैं वो भूल गया.
देखो.
Joking. Okay. So many eyes are on you then, right? I mean, especially the fact that you did Big Boss. वो जो सब देखते रहते, सबने देखा है बिग बॉस pretty much.
मेरा सीजन काफ़ी एंटरटेनिंग था वैसे.
हाँ, तो वो सब experiences में you must have, already when a trans person walks into the room, there's this whole thing of, like, all eyes on the person, right?
Yeah.
And so being in this platform, like, how did you navigate yourself through, and, like, what gave you that resilience and that sense to be able to fend off these things and still, like, prosper?
That's a very good question, because a lot of times what happens is we are scared of our own selves. Our full potential is not ever met as trans people, because we are scared कि अगर हमने ये मतलब हमारे सारी जो टैलेंट्स हैं हमने मतलब बिखेर के रख दी, तो लोग क्या कहेंगे. if we are our true authentic selves, तो लोग मजाक उड़ाएंगे, because हम देखते हैं ना कि उड़ाते हैं. तो so for that reason, I think a lot of trans people suppress themselves also. They are conflicted with themselves. Okay. So that is why they don't reach their full potential. When I did Big Boss, for example, because you named the show, I still identified as male. Right. In that show, right? I had represented India and come back from Mr. Gay World, and back then also there was a lot of conflict within me. Today, if I go and I have been asked to come for a couple of reality shows, but my thing is that now I'm so real. And in some reality shows, not all, right. Some reality shows, I think they like the fabrication, that they like you to be louder than, ये करो ऐसे मतलब लड़ो, ये मेरे से होता नहीं है. Now, the way I am might make some people uncomfortable. That will create content. Because मैं तो जैसी हूँ, हम हैं ही, that's how I will be in the house. But now I don't think I want to do something like that, only because I am scared for the other person. मैं कहीं बिग बॉस को ही नॉमिनेट ना कर दूँ. You know, it's like that. So I'm like now a completely changed person also because I'm very comfortable with myself, not confident. I was always confident with my talents, but my thing is that never overconfident. और कभी मेरे को घमंड नहीं थी. मेरे को पता था कि हम हैं, अच्छे हैं इसमें, तो उसको घमंड नहीं बोलते, उसको कॉन्फिडेंस बोलते हैं. आई एम बेटर देन समवन, आई विल नेवर से, क्योंकि दैट इज ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस, यू नो. एंड आई थिंक दैट यू लर्न फ्रॉम अदर आर्टिस्ट्स. You should always be open to learning. So that is what I do, and for 16 years I have been doing this. So when I did these shows and stuff like that, I was not fully confident about myself. Today if I plan to, I honestly don't think I have the patience also to, you know, fight with people and all for rubbish कि मेरा अंडा खाया तूने and मेरे कप से पानी पिया and all that. कौन ऐसे बात करता है? तो डेली लाइफ में नहीं करते हैं तो टीवी पे जाके क्यों करने का? सो आई थिंक दैट. और फिर बोलते हैं ना क्लासी होना ज़रूरी है, ये तो तुम दिखाते हो अपना क्लास. फिर बहुत सारे लोग दिखाते हैं ना ये ऐसे शोज़ पे अपना क्लास. तो फिर सडनली तुम्हारा क्लास कहाँ जाता है? यू नो, एंड देन सडनली तुम बाहर आके जो भी तुम्हारे दिमाग में तुमसे लो हैं उनको तुम क्लास सिखाते हो. ये क्या क्लास वास का मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया अभी तक, आज तक. तो जो तुम ऑडियंस को बताते हो अब, एंड यू कैंट लाई टू योर ऑडियंस इज गॉड. So you know they play some people play characters inside the house. Some people are very original. Some people are very natural. And sometimes they go very far in the show. Sometimes they get out on the first week because they're too real. Also,
not giving enough content. Just being.
I don't know what this content is. I really have not understood what is content. Abusing each other's mothers, fighting, raising your hands on women. This is content. Then I don't want to give content.
Right. Absolutely. No, but the thing is that whatever you watch, the most views are going to be for those things. And
well,
that's
then
like
best
the
of
sad,
luck to them. Let them.
Reality.
That's their journey. Then best of luck to them. Let them do it their way.
Right.
I will
Absolutely.
do it my way.
Yeah. I mean, it's good now that we have a greater sense of OTT platforms and, you know, different kinds of content reaching people, so that now.
And also ये ज़बरदस्ती तुमने देखा है, हर सीजन में ज़बरदस्ती किसी ना किसी को वो चुम्मा चाटी कराएंगे, कपल्स बना देंगे, हैशटैग जो भी उनका उनके हाफ नाम रख के. क्या है ये? तो अगर मेरे को सिंगल रहना है तो ये मेरी गलती है, तो इसमें भी तुमको पहले निकाल देंगे क्योंकि तुम्हारा रोमांटिक एंगल नहीं बना, तुम झगड़ रहे नहीं हो, कंटेंट नहीं मिल रहा हमें. अरे बट टास्क भी तो कर रहे हैं ना, तो जब हम उठते बैठते हम ही कंटेंट हैं तो वो नहीं देखने गए. सो इट्स लाइक दैट. तो ये सारा बहुत उनको फिर वो लगता है कि नहीं शी इज टू रियल, you know, sometimes. So I'm like, then all the best. And these couples, so you see, sometimes they work, sometimes they're only for the show.
Right.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because it's not giving you an opportunity to be real. And
यार but मेरे को सिंगल रहना है तो इसमें क्या हो गया? इसमें भी तो होना चाहिए ना कि there is somebody who's strong and who's single and doesn't want to unnecessarily just be with someone on the show. You know, अब ये तेरे ये वीडियो को सेल करने के लिए हम बोल देंगे, हाथ पकड़ के बोल दें कि हैशटैग हमारा हो गया कुछ. What rubbish. So I think that sometimes it's very foolish. Sometimes there are real emotions. I can tell you that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But most of the times I feel it's just
fabricated.
Yeah.
And I'm sure after.
And they also know this. The people who are indulging in this also. They know it very well. क्योंकि फिर उसके बाद कपल शोज भी मिलते हैं ना. कपल बेस्ड शोज होते हैं. ये ऐसे नाचते हैं एक दूसरे के साथ और फिर जाते हैं शोज पे अपीयरेंस करने के लिए. और उसके बाद 3-4 महीने के बाद अब हो गया, फिर कितना निचोड़ेंगे. Then they go to the next person. I have noticed this. I don't know whether people are noticing this, but it's a pattern.
So you mentioned right now when I asked you this question about your appearance on Big Boss, you mentioned that time you identified as a gay man, as male. You were not, you had yet not discovered Rani Ko-He-Nur.
No, I had not discovered my transness. Because I was scared that what will people say. Now my question is, what will people say? What will people
क्या कर लोगे?
नहीं, but क्या बोल देंगे ना. तो my thing is that, but बहुत लोगों का वो ऐसा switch होता नहीं है बहुत.
Right. So how did that switch happen for you? Like, where was that discovery?
So I think that, you know, whenever I used to look at myself in the mirror, and then I used to be like, but this is not you. You know, you're lying to yourself. And that is the worst feeling you have to sleep with. That, you know, you're not happy with yourself. Because you have not understood your full potential. So when I did understand that, I then realized that I am unstoppable.
Right.
I am nobody can close the doors that destiny has opened for me.
Right.
And that I had to kick open myself.
Right.
वो आपके लिए आके कोई खोलेगा नहीं, you know, nobody is going to come and बेटा बैठो, this that. You have to sit with yourself.
Right.
You have to understand your full capabilities, and once you do that, no one, nothing, and nobody can stop you. So that's what happened, and I'm glad it did happen. Otherwise, I would not be sitting like this. I would be one shy, timid.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're all glad that happened.
Honey, I'm glad.